If you're in the market for a table saw, a lot of times you're not going to spend the money, you just don't have the budget to buy these big Cadillac cabinet saws. We all want them. We don't always have the budget for it, and we certainly don't always have the space for it. And space is a real problem. Some folks have small garages where they have to, wheel their table saw out of the way to park a vehicle. And some folks like me have a small or a narrow basement workshop, and you need to use every bit of space you have. So space is important. We recently took a look at Ridgid's R4512. It's their 10-inch, 13-amp table saw. And it's a big, heavy-duty saw. And we feel it's almost got pro features at a budget or entry-level price. And we wanted to see how it worked out and how it paired with accuracy, safety, and dust collection. Because those are three important things to us in our shop. So we started taking a look at it. And probably right off the bat, the thing that appealed to me most, and probably the most favorite feature of this saw, is the integrated foot pedal system that basically lifts the saw up. So you push down on the pedal, it engages these casters, and the casters deploy onto the floor and lift the table saw right up. It's a 266-pound table saw. Lifts it right up, and you can wheel this thing around with just your fingers and just maneuver it right around your shop, wheel it out of the way, store it, wheel it back to use it. It's fantastic. So that alone is one of the best features. Some of the other safety features that Ridgid added, which I think are fantastic, is they added a riving knife. The riving knife is tool-free, as is the blade guard and the throat plate, all tool-free. Riving knife has two positions. It is by far probably the safest, best safety feature of all added to table saws recently in technology of table saw development. The throat plate is excellent. It's adjustable. It's got a really nice magnet that kind of holds it down in place. Blade guard is toolless. The fence is adjustable, so you can get it true to the blade. There's 4 bolts or screws that allow you to line it and true it up. It holds well, it slides decent. It's really nice. The table is a 20-inch wide, heavy-duty cast table. And on either side of it, flanking on either side of the cast iron, are 10-inch wide, kind of like a stamped metal wings. And they mount on either side. And then on the far right side, the rails run long, and there's a 17 by 27 inch space, and you can mount plywood or melamine or some sort of board in there, and you can make an auxiliary table or maybe a drop-in router table or something like that. The saw itself has excellent built-in storage, so you can store the fence. The T-slot miter fits in a slot. It's got a nice push stick that has a magnet that doesn't slide around. Some nice features. Dust collection. The dust collection, there is a kind of a funnel shaped chute with a 4-inch dust port at the very bottom. It mounts on the bottom, so gravity drops the sawdust down, hooks up to your dust collection system, and it's very effective and it works great. As far as cuts go, this saw will cut 3 1/4 inches at 90 degrees, and at 45 it'll cut 2 1/4. It's an outstanding performing saw. We used it, we were ripping plywood, no problem. Minimal dust, really worked well. As far as improvements, there are a few things I'd like to see improved. The saw comes with a 6-foot cord, and I'd like to see a heavy-duty cord and maybe a 10, 12, 16-foot cord for that matter. The blade guard is clumsy, and the little cawls that flip down are not as sharp as I'd like to see them. You'd have to sharpen them if you really want them to catch something. And then the extension wings. The extension wings were very difficult to get true and flat to the cast iron tabletop, and it took me longer to do that than it did to assemble the whole table. So that was very difficult. And if you read a lot of the reviews on this saw, you'll find that that's a common theme. But overall, this is a solid table saw with really nice safety features. Like I said earlier, it's a pro saw at an entry-level price. It comes in somewhere around $529. You can't beat it. It is not a Cadillac. It's not a Cadillac cabinet saw. This is a quality saw that's going to be used in your shop by DIY-ers, woodworkers, or pros, and you can move this around at will with this system. If you go buy a mobile base, you're going to spend $200. This is already built in. So check it out. It's the Ridgid R4512. It's their 10-inch, 13-amp saw, and I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you next time. Take care.